So Sandy, tell me about your podcast and kind of who your audience is, what the topic is, and how people can find you.
Sure. Well, my name is Sandy Linda. I'm a life coach. I host an empowering podcast called Overcoming Grief. And my focus is championing high achieving women over 40 as they navigate the challenging landscape of grief after life altering losses, whether through divorce or death.
You focus a lot on grief, and that's your story and challenges that you continue to overcome. It's a process, right?
And my mission is to provide a high impact blueprint that empowers these women to cast aside uncertainties, embrace their inner champions, and forge a purposeful life with the result they aspire to achieve.
You kind of teed it up a little bit. For me, my audience is more so people who are just kind of out there, maybe a little more isolated. So solopreneurs, independent agents, people working remotely, people who maybe don't get a lot of social time or opportunity to engage and interact and talk to people. So that kind of also tees up our webinar that we're aiming to host on November 29th, I think is the date we kind of settled on, with the discussion about grief. Any sort of kind of talking points or areas that we can kind of explore and discuss in that.
That grief is exhausting and it's overwhelming. And this is why people come to me, because I know before the pandemic what it feels like to be alone and not having the proper support of people who can withstand the grief, that wants to have the conversation with me about grief without judgment or not worrying about what society says. Oh, don't talk about grief here and there. Me, I'm able to present it because of the situation I went through, because I went through several losses. Even friendship disappeared. So this is where I come in and say that grief comes in different shapes and sizes. And it's all about allowing us to embrace it and have the conversation, have the constructive dialogue to engage the conversation, why grief is overwhelming and exhausting, and why is it so hard to embrace it